Aloha! Dude, it's wonderful seeing you again this morning. Dani, all right. We have G, C, A. Should be in tune. So one thing we were working on this morning is just talking about triads and how to visualize them. The one thing I wanted you to see, we did it on the piano, but I wanted you to also see how to do it on an ukulele, which I forgot to mention. So there's 4 different types of chords. We've got a major triad with our 1, 3, 5 fingers. If I wanted a minor, I would take that third and make it a half step down. So we'd have a C, E, G as a major, C, E flat, G as a minor. So when we play on the ukulele, our C here, we can't really make this open E and E flat without downtuning it. So our C major, when we play at the 3rd fret, is derived out of our A in second fingering, B flat, B, C major, which means these 2 are covered, and then we have our A shape right here. C major. Well, to get a C minor, we just cover this finger and remove that. So we have these 3 barred, and then this right here is the same note as our C. C, C. C, 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 C. C major, C minor. So to make it diminished out of our C minor, we just have to lower the 5th, and the 5th is right here. So if we had that's a diminished, and another one we can do is like that one as well. It's an open half diminished. So what we're doing here, how about let's pick let's see, how about a D major? Remember, D major has our caveat of that little finger is going to be up. So our 1 is the D, our 3 is the F sharp, and our 5 is the A. So if I wanted to play a augmented, D augmented, I would just keep the 3 the same, D and the F sharp are the same, but I would raise the A to an A sharp, and that's what an augmented would sound like. Interesting chord, huh? So that's an augmented. A diminished, a D diminished, I would flatten the 3rd and the 5th. So if I flatten the F sharp to an F, and I flatten the A to an A flat, I would have what would look kind of like a G major, but I'd be playing it right here, and that would be my diminished. The only thing I'm doing here is I'm playing that right there, boom, 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 bookend, boom, and I'm taking my pinky and putting it up here on the B note to give me all 4 minutes. Other than that, those are all the things. D major, D minor, D augment, diminished, D augmented. Those are our 4 different types. So if we have C major, C major, C minor, C diminished, and then C augmented would be, let's see here. Here's C major, so I gotta raise just my 5th. What's my 5th in the key of C? My G. So I need to have, there it is. So when we go over this next week, we're just gonna incorporate that into a song. For this week, what I'd like you to do is just go over these notes and phrasings. We're going to be playing the Amazing Grace, which I believe is in the key of C. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. 'Twas blind, but now I see. So we've got a C major, G major, nope, C major to F major, back to C. C major goes over to F again after the G. C major, C major, F major, back to C. A minor, G major, then to C. Now that's the rhythm. The rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, melody we were doing underneath, it kind of has our hand playing in a G major, but we're not accenting it. So we would have D, G. Oh, we played in the key of G on there. So if we were to transpose to the key of G, we'd have G, C, G, G, D, G, C, G, E minor, D, G. The rhythm for the hand strumming is the same as it's in the key of C or G or A or B. It doesn't matter. The melody notes are different though. The melody notes for this would have our finger lined up over the top of G, utilizing the first finger for that pickup note. D, G, B, G, B, B, A, G, E, D, D, G, B, G, B, A, D, B, D, B, D, B, B, D, B, D, B, G, D, D, E, G, G, E, D, D, G, B, G, B, A, G. And those notes over the top, D, G, B, G, B, A, B, 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 G, B, G, B, A, D, 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 B, B, G, E, D, and then over the end of that we would have our E minor as our chord to a D major to back to G. So we'd have E, D, G, B, G. So follow along in the book on those notes that the fingers are in the right place. Remember, if you ever have a question where your fingers should be, it's going to line up with your chord structure. Today's new chord of the day was D7, which is also considered an F diminished. So in the key of G major, we have G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor. Here's our D7, but in this it's considered a F sharp diminished, and it resolves to a G. See how that F sharp diminished function as a resolution triad? So the same thing happens on our instruments. So the way we build that F diminished or the D7, remember they're enharmonically the same. First finger on the A, on the high G closest to your nose, skip a fret, not a finger, and play the F sharp, and then you're going to be playing just the high C, boom, bookends, and then high C at the 3rd fret. I really enjoyed seeing you. I cannot wait to see you next week. Practice that lesson from the book, and we'll see you soon. Aloha.